Isa pang problema dyan, Mr. President, for your information.
Kaya
po
tayo binabaha, kaya rumaragsak kaya namamatay ang mga tao sa lowland kasi ganyan ang ating kabundukan.
Exactly, Mr. President. Wala pa po yan. Kasi pag pinakita ko mamaya yung video ng Sierra Madre, baka magalit na kayo, Mr. President, at lumayas kayo dyan sa upuan ninyo.
Maliwanag po, diba, sa mga balita na kaya nakakulong nga siya, nag-misrepresent, hindi naman siya Pilipino. Tama ba ho?
Exactly, Mr.
At
President.
sinasabi ko sa MGB na dapat na-revoke na yung permit dahil may misrepresentation. Tama ba ho?
Tama, Mr. President.
Sabi po sa akin, wala pa po silang abiso mula sa Bureau of Immigration.
Mr.
Gusto nyo, isuspend natin tong hanggang gawin nila yung aksyon.
Exactly, Mr. President. That is my point, Mr. President, because they're not doing job. Kanina pa po, hindi nila masabi mga questions na tinatanong po natin. Why will we fund an agency 27 freaking billion pesos na hindi naman po nagagawa yung trabaho? Ginagawa nilang gatasan itong ahensya na ito. Ever since, Mr. President. Why?
Mr. President, hindi ko kayang pagtanggol at sagutin po yan dahil sana ako na lang yung nagtatanong at mahirap po talagang i-defend. I have no answers. I will not invent answers. I am even more frustrated than you.
Trabaho. But moving forward, Madam President, because marami pa po akong katanungan, before we deal with the Sierra Madre, I would just like to ask Mr. President, ito po bang mga timberlands po natin, ito po ba ay pinapalis ninyo, pinaparentahan sa mga tao? Ano pong status nito? Lease for rent?
While you are checking, just for trivia, in 1992, the two of you probably were not born yet. We were already
Thank you,
debating,
Mr. President.
We were already debating either total lagban or selective lagban. It was a 2-hour debate between Sonny Alvarez and Orly Mercado in the old Congress that we were there. Sonny Alvarez wanted selective lagban. Orly Mercado's bill was a total lagban. Imagine that was in 1992. It was supposed to be for 25 years. If we passed it, tapos na ngayon. It was never passed. Anyway, just for the record.
Mr. President, I recall I was a young journalist then covering that. In my heart, I'm for the total log ban. And I'm glad that fast forward, Aquino administration, the late Noynoy Aquino, a colleague here, has this EO, which is in effect a law on a total log ban, at least in primary and residual forests. But despite this ban, illegal logging continues. Paano tayo? It's beyond me, Senator Tulfo. Sino na masisisi natin dyan? At anong dapat nating gawin?
Mr. President, tanong ko lamang po ay, I would repeat my question again. For lease po ba? For rent? For a fee? Ito pong timberlands na ito?
There are different tenure instruments like the Community-Based Forest Management Agreement, the Forest Land Grazing Management Agreement, Forest Land Use Agreement, Forest Land Use Agreement for Tourism, Integrated Forest Management Agreement, Socialized Industrial Forest Management Agreement, Special Land Use Permit, Special Land Use Lease Agreement, Tree Farm Lease Agreement, Gratuitous Special Use Permit. These are the different existing tenure instruments, permits granted by the DNR, totaling 1,447,493 hectares in the whole country, right? Yes, where they allow tree cutting.
All right,
That's
Mr.
in 1.4 million hectares, Mr. President.
Okay, Mr. President. Dito po sa Doña Remedios Trinidad sa Bulacan, where I've been a witness, over 1,000 hectares po binakura nitong JJ Javier na timberland. Pinagkukuha niya po doon sa mga tao na nag-apply, pinalayas niya at siya po nag-take over for doon sa timberland na yon. When I asked the local DNR there, officials, hindi rin nila alam. When I asked the farmers, they were saying, ilang beses nila ni-report ang sinasabi lang, pag-aaralan. Parang kinubkub na ng taong ito yung several thousand of hectares of timberland. Pinalayas niya itong mga farmers, Mr. President.
I am told that it is public land that the person you mentioned put a gate, and he's an illegal occupant. He's an illegal claimant. Is that true? Tinanggal na ng DNR. Sino po ang nakasakop doon? The local government of which town? Of Remedios Trinidad in Bulacan, right? Kayo po ang regional director? Ito pala. The regional director of Region 3 is here. He tells me that that's public land. Are you sure? It is not purchased by that person you mentioned, Mr. President, and they had demolished the gate that was constructed by that person. And so, who's occupying the 1,000 hectares now? Dapat wala, pero iba yung dapat, iba yung totoo.
Tama, Mr. President. Actually, I was the one who alerted the DNR. Hindi, it's not the other way around. Kasi ang sumbong po sa akin ng mga farmers, matagal na po nilang inilapat si LGU. Natatakot ang LGU dahil may mga armed goons yung mga nagbabantay. Nilapit na rin nila sa DNR. Wala rin pong ginawa. Ang sabi, pag-aaralan. Umabot po ng 1 taon yung kaso na yan until we stepped in. And then I asked the PNP to help us out, demolish those gates. Hindi po ang DNR ang demolish dyan, kundi po ang PNP. But anyway, Mr. President, kaya po natanong ko yan, kasi parang ang iba pong mga beneficiary ito, ibinibenta po yung kanilang rights. Ginawa pong parang tahanan. Kaya nga tanong ko po, tama po ba ibenta, na-awardan mo ako nito, nag-apply ako ng permit o license para sa timberland na ito, pwede ko bang ibenta sa kapitbahay ko for X amount of money?
Mr. President, when you say rights, this does not refer to any rights, let's say from the DAR, hindi yan CLOA. Hindi rin yan rights from ancestral domain, NCIP, or agricultural patents, hindi rin, no? At hindi rin free patent, wala. So, these are rights from illegal sources, informal settlers' rights that they sold to the person that he mentioned. And the person bought the rights of the alleged or so-called informal settlers. That's why he gained the rights, so to speak, of illegal occupants, right? Yun na nga.
Again, Mr. President.
Sindikato.
Opo.
Ang dami talagang sindikato.
Tama po. I mean, so, babalik po tayo na hindi nagagawa ng DNR ang kanilang trabaho. Kulang po siguro sila sa tao, Mr. President. Moving forward, Mr. President, sa Gutalak, Zamboanga, alam niyo po, sinasabi ko na nga po sa tao, hindi po ako miyembro ng DNR, pero sunod-sunod po itong mga text na dumarating po sa atin. Ito lamang po sa Gutalak, Zamboanga del Norte. Yung Flor Genmar Mining received its MPSA this March 2025. Pero pag titignan mo yung bundok, Mr. President, parang minina na for 10 years. Ala ka ng katrace-trace. We also informed the DNR about it. Pag iimbestigahan daw nila at pag-aaralan. It's the same answer, pag-aaralan, iimbestigahan, Mr. President. Ito po yung video, Mr. President, dyan po sa Gutalak. That's how it looks like right now. March lang po binigay yung permit, pero parang kinalbo po nila yan.
Nickel mining area, according to the regional director of Region 9, Zamboanga del Norte, may MPSA, Mineral Production Sharing Agreement. Ilang hektarya yun? Ayun na nga. Yun na nga.
Isa pang problema dyan, Mr. President, for your information.
Yes. Kaya tayo binabaha, kaya rumaragsak ang kaya namamatay ang mga tao sa lowland kasi ganyan ang ating kabundukan. Exactly,
Mr. President. Wala pa po yan. Kasi pag pinakita ko mamaya yung video ng Sierra Madre, baka magalit na kayo, Mr. President, at lumayas kayo dyan sa upuan ninyo and will not defend anymore the budget of DNR. Sample pa lamang po yan. At saka isa pa pong problema dyan, yung mga katutubo, hindi pa po binibigay yung share nila, Mr. President. And nasa agreement po yan, na katutubo, indigenous people residing in that area, na pinalaya sa area na yan, they should have at least 1% share sa ikanga mining income po na yan, Mr. President. The same situation po sa Palawan, Mr. President, yung isang mining company, City Nickel, 4 million pesos lang dahil nasira yung pananim ng mga farmers. Hindi ayaw bayaran po ng mining firm since 2000. Nilapit na po sa DNR, pag-aaralan pa rin. It's already 2025, Mr. President.
Mr. President, the DNR acknowledges that this is an ongoing mining operation. 100 hectares? They gave an MPSA to 100 hectares of this nickel mining company. They limited the mining to 100 hectares of the area at a time. But
Tapos, bago sila mag-expand, pinaparehabilitate.
dapat, puro dapat eh. Bago daw mag-expand, yung 100 hectares na minimina ay dapat i-rehabilitate muna. Pero sino naman sa inyo ang nag-oversee na naman? Hindi. MGB, yan, MGB, sinusunod kaya, stricto kaya kayo, ginagawa kaya natin. Tingnan yung itsura nga.
Yan, Mr. President, pakikita mo, wala na pong, paano pa yung mga tubig na bababa po dyan, haharangin, wala na pong puno. Mr. President, also I would like to bring to your attention, Mr. President, tanungin ko lang po ang status sa MGB. Ano na po ang status ng ina-apply na mining license ng isang Joseph C. na Chinese national na nakakulong po ngayon sa Brooks Point, Palawan? Ano na po, binigyan nyo na po ba siya ng permit para mag-operate? Gayong hindi po siya Filipino national na patunayan, Mr. President, nasa kulungan ito ngayon, Mr. President.
DNR advises me that the company of that Joseph C. has a legally granted
Tama po, Mr. President.
MPSA.
Ngayon po, may desisyon na po yung ISAF, yung immigration saying na hindi po siya Filipino citizen. Hindi po ba pwedeng bawiin na i-revoke na, hey, you're Chinese national?
Maliwanag po, 'di ba, sa mga balita na kaya nakakulong nga siya, nag-misrepresent, hindi naman siya Pilipino. Tama ba ho?
Exactly, Mr.
At
President.
sinasabi ko sa MGB na dapat na-revoke na yung permit dahil may misrepresentation. Tama ba ho?
Tama, Mr. President.
Sabi po sa akin, wala pa po silang abiso mula sa Bureau of Immigration.
Mr.
Gusto nyo, isuspend natin tong hanggang gawin nila yung aksyon.
Exactly, Mr.
I-revoke
President.
nila.
That is my point, Mr. President, because they're not doing job. Kanina pa po, hindi nila masabi mga questions na tinatanong po natin. Why will we fund an agency 27 freaking billion pesos na hindi naman po nagagawa yung trabaho? Ginagawa nilang gatasan itong ahensya na ito. Ever since, Mr. President. Why?
Mr. President, hindi ko kayang pagtanggol at sagutin po yan. Dahil sana ako na lang yung nagtatanong at mahirap po talagang i-defend. I have no answers. I will not invent answers. I am even more frustrated than you.
Well, anyway, Mr. President, ito na lamang po last two questions because I know there are other senators who would like to ask questions po.
Kasi nga, itong DNR na ito, Department of Environment and Natural Resources, dapat nakahiwalay. Yang protection, yung environment, kailangan yan sinusukat ang forest limits. Kailangan yan pinoproteksyahan ang forest. Kailangan alam niya yung hindi forest pero pati marine ecosystems ay proprotektahan. Pero yung pagkagawa ng ahensya, natural resources, kasama po pag-exploit naman ng natural resources. Kaya may Mines and Geosciences Bureau. Ang mandato naman ng MGB ay kumalkal ng mga bundok para ibigay sa Pilipino at may dayuhan ng mga partner para kalbuhin ang kabundukan para magpayaman yung mga korporasyon o sige na kinukuha ang ating likas yaman. Paano? So it's really anong tawag mo doon? Parang hindi tugma na yung ahensyang nagpo-protect.
It's bantay sa lakay, Mr. President.
The agency that must protect our ecosystems against destruction and death and loss of lives is the same agency that is supposed to exploit our natural resources. What do we do? At the same time, with all due respect to the women and men of the DNR all these decades, I don't think hindi ko dinalahat, are able to fulfill their mandated duty. I express the same frustration, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have the last two questions. If the lady from Antique would still answer. Ito po, medyo may urgency po ito. Talk about Sierra Madre. Sierra Madre, ika nga, may mga nagsasabing protektahan tayo sa bagyo, may nagsabing no, pinahina lang ang hangin. Just to say, Mr. President, nagsulputan po ang mga resort at subdivision sa paanan ng Sierra Madre sa Rizal. Hindi na ho tayo lalayo. May mga kasama tayo na namamasyal ho dyan. Hindi na po siya pinapapasok. Dati po, pwede pa ho silang umakyat yan, maglakad. Ngayon po, may mga bakod na para po yung timberland dun sa Doña Remedios Trinidad, bawal suddenly pasok, public land po ito. Pero ngayon po, may mga swimming pool, may mga subdivision pa, Mr. President. Ang tanong natin, hindi ba protected area itong Sierra Madre, Mr. President?
Napakahaba ng Sierra Madre. At bilang author po ng INIPAS, sa aking tala po, ang total protected areas, yung legislated po na isabatas natin, 11 pa lang sa Sierra Madre. Pero yung proclaimed, 2. Hindi naman ibig sabihin na hindi pa na isabatas, na proklama na po. So kailangan proteksyonan. Tapos yung mga may initial component, 16. Ibig sabihin, sa proseso po sila ng pagsusuri. So total po, 29. Hindi naman ibig sabihin na hindi pa na isabatas ng Kongreso ay hindi protektuhan dahil may iba naman mga patakaran. Alam naman nila na ito'y siyang napoprotekta mula sa norte hanggang sa Metro Manila, ay kailangan po ito'y hindi kinakalbo sa illegal logging pati na rin sa pagmimina. Pero marami pong mining operation sa Sierra Madre. Ito po, Atlantic Mines and Trading, sa DRT, sa Bulacan, iron ore, white clay, may Atlantic Mines. Bakit iba-iba to? May Neutron Construction, sa Bulacan, Silica, Omni Mines, sa San Luis at Aurora, Copper and Gold, Industries Development, sa Kasiguran, Aurora, Dimension Stone, and Ore Asia Mining, Camachin DRT in Bulacan, DRT in Bulacan, iron ore. So meron po sila, lahat ba ito? Legal mining. Yes. So they granted permits to this mining companies.
Actually, Madam President, kulang pa ho yun.
Kulang pa nga ito.
Kasi may mga illegal po dyan. You know what happened, Mr. President? Nakakita po ng gray area dahil ay diniklarang natin na protected area, yung Isabela area. Pero what happens dito po sa pababa na going to Quezon, open po yan, vulnerable.
Bakit hindi yung buong...
Hindi po, yung Isabela lang po ang protected area. So, ang sagot po sa atin ng mga mining companies na yan, wala naman kami sa protected area, Senador. So, we can mine as long as we want. Binigyan po kami ng permit. Tanungin mo ang DNR, sorry sir, kasi hindi sila pasok sa protected area. So, nakakita po sila ng gray area, Mr. President. And this was, the bill that I filed last week, na totally to protect the Sierra Madre from north to south, Mr. President. Total lagban, total mining, total development, Mr. President.
With the indulgence of Senator Tulfo, Madam Chair,
Yes,
I'd just
Mr.
like to also relay my experience.
Okay.
Mr. President, doon po sa Sierra Madre, dyan po sa bandang Rizal, Antipolo, hanggang po sa Tanay, during COVID times, we used to ride nagmo-motocross kami, nagtitrade po kami dyan. Kasi po bawal pumunta kahit saan, but in the mountains during that time pwede. And during that time, we can go anywhere in the Sierra Madre Mountains. We enjoy the trail. Siyempre, yan ang po ang remaining forest, no? Nearest Metro Manila. And but during the latter part, as pointed out by Senator Tulfo, hinaharang na po kami ng mga gwardya, no? And I also noticed that there are developments. May mga rest house nang tumatayo. Buti po rest house na, may mga resort. Tapos mamaya po, tama po yung sinabi ni Senator Tulfo, may mga subdivision. In fact, meron doon yung San Valley. Nakita ko na development and other corporations. Ang tataka ko, kasi nandun po kami sa, papasok ka ng ARCO na nakalagay, Upper Marikina River Basin, protected watershed. So I assume that's supposed to be part of the protected watershed. But I encountered and I saw for myself that there are guards already that were prohibiting us from going around Sierra Madre. So ibig sabihin, meron na hong development. So just to add the information. Thank you.
For the information of the body, there are titles to these properties. Unfortunately, yung sinabi niyong may mga subdivision, may mga swimming pool, may resorts na sa Sierra Madre, ayon sa DNR, kay Secretary, may mga titulo po. Anong gagawin po natin?
Alam mo, Mr. President, kahalintulad ito na sitwasyon sa Chocolate Hills. Nagkaroon ng mga titulo, ang mga tao pinabayaan. Ang may kasalanan din po rito, ang gobyerno, may kasalanan din po ang mga ahensya, Mr. President. Pero sinasabi ko, I think it's not too late, Mr. President. that we have to do something about it. And I stand corrected, we haven't filed a bill yet, but rather we're set to file kasi we just had a meeting with the DNR regional directors, regions 2, 3, 4A. So magpa-file pa lamang po kami, I believe, sa Monday po.
Ang nangyari po, may mga nagpatitulo, maaga pa lang, tas binebenta yung kanilang property, tas ang ating pagsasabatas. Alam nyo, nung pumasok po ako dito, 1998, 11 lang yata ang protected areas. Nung naging chair po ako ng komite, sabi ko, maski naman 10 termino ako sa Senado, hanggang 100 taon ako, ay hindi ko matatapos ang lahat ng protected areas. Ang ginawa ko po, kinumpul-kumpul ko po ng 94. There was opposition from my colleagues then, pero napasa natin. Yun yung INIPAS, Expanded National Integrated Protected Areas. Hindi ko po tiningi-tingi bawat protected areas, pinagsama-sama ko po. So, naging pattern na po yan, na-increase natin. Pero, medyo nahuli dahil marami na pong may titulo sa ilang protected areas na na-legislate po natin. So my question is, what do you do with protected areas na may residente dahil hindi naman natin sinasabing to protected areas ay walang tao. May multiple use zones. Meron strict protection zones at meron multiple use zones. Pero maski na may titulo, yung sinasabi ko kay Sec. Lutilia, kailangan may patakaran sa pamumuhay. Hindi ibig sabihin ay may titulo ka, tapos yung forest sa likod mo, wala, putol ka na, uka ka, sungka. Mukha ng sungka talaga ang Pilipinas. So, even there are gaps because hindi naman lahat protected areas. There are gaps. So I think to be fully protected, the Sierra Madre range must be declared a protected area. Pero dahil napakahaba niyan, hindi po pwedeng isang single PA. It should be an order from the DNR immediately, continuing lahat ng gaps dahil ito PA, tapos ito hindi covered. Ito protected area, ito hindi covered. Di sabihin nila, lahat na lang i-cover. Yun na muna, pero hindi pwedeng isang PA kasi iba-ibang rehiyon, iba-ibang probinsya, hindi pwedeng isang single PAMB or Protected Area Management Bureau, pero dapat protection. It should be a presidential executive order, just like what Pinoy did in 2011, na no logging. Ito naman, strict enforcement of our laws, maski hindi siya declared na protected area.
Ang problema, Mr. President, dito nga po, doon sa mga protected area, doon sa gitna o doon sa labas, nagmamining. I believe, Mr. President, what we can do, siguro pag-aralan ng DNR na, okay, mining ka nga, tumigil ka muna sa pagpuputol ng kahoy hanggat hindi mo na-replace yung mga pinutol mo. Kasi po ganun nangyari. And then yung mga development, wag muna pumutol ng kahoy, kailang humingi ng permit muna sa DNR. Kasi wala na po, Mr. President, na dumaan po kami dyan ng kampanya, nag-helicopter po kami, nakita po namin talagang tinabas na yung dyan sa may Rizal area, tapos dun sa ibabaw ng bundok may mga nagmamining, Mr. President. So one of these days, Mr. President, I believe wala na po tayong mapapakinabangan dyan sa Sierra Madre na yan. Anyway, Mr. President, to end my interpellation, I would just like to quote, sabi nga po sa Oposa versus Factura na siya rin pong na-quote ng ating good sponsor noong 2015, if you could still recall. The day would not be too far when all else would be lost, not only for the present generation, but also for those to come. Generation which stand to inherit nothing but parched earth incapable of sustaining life. Sana po, Mr. President, dear colleagues, hindi pa po huli ang lahat. Malasakit po ang kailangan natin to save this nation, to save our environment. Thank you, Mr. President. I yield the floor now, Mr. President.